Hi everyone! Welcome to another series of our bariatric cooking classes. Today we'll be making chicken breast with a tomato and caper sauce. It is very delicious. Let me show you how it's done. Alright, so the first step is to grab a large, deep skillet. We're going to heat it. We heated it over medium-high, maybe a little less than medium-high heat. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of a nice, flavorful olive oil. Swirl that around. And now I'm going to bring over the chicken. Today we're preparing about 2.25 pounds of chicken breast that have been previously salted and peppered to taste. And essentially we're going to lightly brown these, just give them some color. We're not going to try and cook it all the way through yet. I'm going to try and cook them at least halfway. That'll take us about 4 minutes in each side. I'm going to turn this one around. It's been about 4 minutes. This one's a smaller breast. I'm going to give the other two 1 or 2 more minutes before flipping. Now let's flip the other two. So we just want this light brown color. Give it another 4 minutes, 4 to 5 minutes on each side, and then we'll remove it from the pan. Let me remove this small piece of chicken, which cooks quicker. And I'll leave the other two for at least another 2 minutes before removing them because they're much thicker. Perfect, let me remove these. I'm going to bring the heat down to a little bit below medium because now I'm going to saute onions and garlic and I don't want them to burn. So let's start off. Actually, these are not onions, these are shallots, which is a type of onion which have a nice subtle, just a little bit different taste than regular onions. That's about 6 tablespoons of shallots, which is, for me, it was 1 whole shallot. And then this is 2 teaspoons or about 2 garlic cloves, finely diced. And we're just gonna swirl this around for a minute just to let those aromas start coming out, let the flavor start coming out. This smells so good already. All right, now we're gonna add the other ingredients. This is a 1/4 cup of capers. These capers that I bought are pretty big. I don't mind that. If you like olives, then you're really gonna love capers. So it's like a brined product, but they do taste different than olives do. So I would try one first before cooking this chicken. Just take a bite of a caper. It's pretty strong, so some people like to chop them up a little bit just so that every time that they take a bite of the dish, it's not a huge piece of caper, but I don't mind it at all. So I leave them whole. That was a 1/4 cup. One and a half teaspoons of dried tarragon. If you have access to fresh tarragon, that'll be best. You can do double the amount of fresh tarragon. 2 tablespoons of tomato paste. A 1/4 cup of red wine vinegar. One cup of dry white wine. And 1 28-ounce can of whole tomatoes that I went ahead and chopped into small cubes. And make sure to remove any skins that you come across. And we're gonna bring this to a boil. So I turned the heat up to high just to speed up that process. Now that this came up to a boil, I am going to lower the heat to a little bit below medium and let it simmer for at least 2 or 3 minutes. Then I'm going to bring in the chicken and simmer for the remaining of the time until the chicken is thoroughly cooked. Now that it has simmered for about 3 minutes, I'm going to give it a quick stir and I'm going to bring back the chicken. Of course, along with the juices of the chicken, because that holds a lot of flavor. These 2 big pieces are definitely raw in the center. So we just have to make sure that those are thoroughly cooked. Throw in the chicken juices. I'm going to leave it like it is, which is just a tad under medium heat. And we're going to cover it and it's going to cook for about 6 to 10 minutes. I'll let you know how long it takes. Perfect. It's been about 6-7 minutes. Let's take a look, quick peek at this chicken. It's boiling pretty aggressively. I might turn the heat down, but I just want to give them a quick flip. Make sure that they're cooking evenly on both sides. Just take a look at the sauce and see how it's thickening. And it is looking thicker, so that's nice. I think I'm going to leave it another 3 minutes, 4 minutes, and then do a test. I like to cut the thick part of the breast and see if it's fully cooked or not. That's the way to make sure. I think I'm going to leave it uncovered just to make sure that this sauce thickens enough. So we'll leave it like this for another 3 to 4 minutes. All right, so before the 3 minutes were done, I wanted to make sure I'm not overcooking this chicken either. So what I did is I cut a slit in the thickest part of the breast, and that meat looks completely white in the inside. There's no pink shade, which lets me know this chicken is thoroughly cooked. I don't want it to overcook either, so I'm gonna turn off the heat. And I'm gonna remove it from the heat, leave it uncovered because some of that sauce liquid is going to continue to evaporate and the sauce is going to thicken. So you won't see that in the camera, but I'm gonna remove it from the heat. And that is it. And one side note, if you like a stronger tarragon flavor, feel free to add a little bit more of that spice. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.